Psych. Oh, let's see. I'm going to bring the chat in. Where are the chatters? Let's see. Mom's in here. Burner account. Apex Auto Systems out there in Wisconsin. Who else? Top 10 Service. T-Towns. I thought I saw. Yeah, Tintwiz is in. I believe Tintwiz is in here. T-Town sounds good. I don't know who Facebook user is. I believe that's Gilbert, because he's the only one that's watching over on Facebook. Gilbert, if that's you, my wingman, how are you doing, buddy? I believe so. Louis the Tin Guy. I'm just scrolling through. James King is in here. All right. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? All right, I think I'm good. All right, so video's good, audio's good. We're good. Sharon, good old Sharon. She's never missed a show. Wait a minute. I take that back. I know she's missed one show. Bad Sharon. I'm just playing. I still love you, Sharon. So we're good. All right. Tabitha's in here. What's up, Tabitha? You know, I'm beginning to think that. What's up, Dylan? I think people just come in because they want me to hear. They want to hear me say their name, and then they bounce. I'm joking. Trent is in here. All right. Audio's good. Video's good. We're good. I think we're good, right? All good in the hood. All right. Burner account. Always on it. All right. So I'm gonna turn the chat off real quick, and we can't do a show without an opening. So let's do an opening. Which one should I do? Old one or new one? Old one or new one? Fuck it. I'll just grab one. Here we go. Baby. That's right, guys. It is Tuesday. You know what that means? It is Tinter's Tuesday. Tinter's Tuesday. Tinter Tuesday. Oh my God. I tell you, it's been one hell of a day. I'm going to try this again. Hey, guys. It is Tuesday. It is Tinter Tuesday. And welcome to the show live over on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. I don't know. There's like 5 different accounts that this is all attached to. Anyway, welcome to the show. My guest tonight is Charlie Tint. Actually, I always call him Charles. That's what he goes by on Instagram. So, anyways, that's my guest tonight. But before we get into Charlie, I want to say, does anybody see this? Look at, oh my God. You see that son of a bitch? Look at that. That's chain, right? That is dope. I gotta bring this in. I gotta bring chat in real quick. Just real quick. The sound is starting to break up. That's not me. Can't be. I'm checking on my screen. It's not me. Not me. It's not me. Check your connections because it's not me. What? No. Shut up. It's not me. All right, let's try this. Is that it better? No? See, it was going to be one of those days. I knew it. Breaking up here, here. Ah, shit. All right. Give me a second. My audio should not be breaking up. Hold on. Just give me a second. It got better. All right, hold on. I'm going to try one more thing. Let's change that to that. Did that better? Is that better? It cleared up. Audio video stuttered hard for like 30 seconds. Audio is good. Was video. It's good now. Okay. God damn. I tell you what. I am burner count. You're absolutely right. I am close to NORAD, so it's probably some UFO bullshit. It was the video, not the sound. Oh my God. I can't win. I cannot fucking win. All right, it's better. All right. See, this is why you guys are up here. And adjustments you made in the mic seem to make it louder. Okay. All right. Film trainer, what's up? Jody Knight. Who else jumped in here? All right, seems good. All right. Fuck, I'm going to run it before it fucks up, right? Anyways, if you guys saw that thing back there, tell me that sign is not dope as shit. Tell me it's not. If you do, get the fuck off my show. That thing is super dope. And I've got some of the best LED lights backlit on that thing. That thing does like so many different patterns, and oh my God, it's so dope. What about the wall art? I got you. What do you mean? Oh, here's the thing, Louis. That I hung that up in my garage when I used to tint out of my garage, and every time I go in my garage, I'm like, I need to grab it and bring it in here, and I keep forgetting. So I got to get it in here, and I think it'll fit. I think it'll fit right there. So I'm on it, Louis. I got you. But I'm just saying that sign is badass, and on top of that, it's going to be available on the website. Hopefully within the next couple of days. I was down for internet for a while, but it's all good. I'm good. But that light, that sign right there, acrylic. It's all acrylic, LEDs, and there's 3 layers. So it's the black, and then there's a matte white on top, and then of course the logo in gloss red on top of that. So it's 3 layers like that, and then it's got 3/4 inch kickoffs from the wall, which the lights are able to bounce off. It's pretty fucking dope. Anyways, they will be available on the website very soon. Patience. So there's that. Okay. Let's do my buddy Charlie. Now, Charlie's up in Illinois. Charlie from high school. Not only is he an awesome fucking tinter, but here's something. We'll get into this when we get into the interview. He's one of those loud bass booming speaker type dudes, which blows my mind because he doesn't look that. And I'm not stereotyping. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just saying, like, his presence does not look like the basehead type. It's more of the smoking pot, laid back, tinting a couple of windows, and calling it a day. But he's like, car thumping, speakers loud, goes to competitions, does all that, which is awesome because I used to be like that back in the day, but I'm not anymore. But anyways, Charlie, don't hate me for saying that. I'm just saying the looks don't match the speaker. It just doesn't match the speaker head thing. Okay. But anyways, I love this guy. We've been following each other for quite a while. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the chat off. Bang. Wait. What did Burner? Bullet cups already were available. I thought limited supply though. No. Okay. Real quick before I bring Charlie in, I'm going to answer Burner account. So these right here, these are available right now. They are available. There is not a limited quantity. I mean, there is a limited quantity. I think there's only like 20 available. It's just the lead time to make them because they are made to order. So it's not like I have a bunch stocked, but they are available on the website. So there you go. All right, take off the chat. We'll bring the chat in here in a little bit. Without further ado, here is Charlie from high school, or Charlie Tint, whichever way he wants to go. But here is Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
What up? Can you hear me?
What up? I can hear you.
Okay.
First off, yeah, it's the beard. Right. First off, welcome to the little show. I appreciate you taking time out. I know it's an hour past my time right now, and I know you just got done working, so thank you for taking time to be on the show.
It's okay. Long
and it's absolutely long overdue. Now I'm just going to give everybody a heads up so they don't start blowing up the chat on this. We were kind of messing with your audio and stuff before the show started, and it kind of cuts out every so often, but we're just going to work around it. A lot of it's the beard, but we're not going to get into that. No. I'm totally joking. Because if I was like this, I was like, anyways.
I got it away.
Anyways, all right. So let's get back into the show. So let's do this. Charlie, I know me and you, we've been following each other on Instagram for quite a few years, back and forth, for a while. So what I want you to kind of like give everybody out there, give the viewers a chance to know who Charlie is, your company, where you're at, how long you've been tinting, just a quick background about you.
Charlie Tint on Facebook. Or a lot of people might. I'm the owner of Illinois. Be going on 8 years now. I want to say 7.5, almost 8 years. 8 years now.
8 years.
Yep. For the most part, I get to work around a lot of the guys for the first 2 years of my career. I had no one to tell me or you're doing this right. I know whether it was good or bad, But I my shop, one man show. Friends come and help out.
Man, yeah, you're one by yourself, right? You don't have any employees.
Yeah. I've some friends that over the last few years, jobs. I can't expect them to come help me out if I got 8 cars booked. I'm gonna overbook myself for one guy. If I know they're coming, I'll book more. Some of the time, it's just me. Yeah.
And that's all right, because I know we've talked over. I mean, we've been talking over the last week or so, but you got to the point where you're like, I make my own schedule, I do what I need to, and I leave, and you're good. Yeah, you don't have to overwork yourself or anything like that.
Point now where I've been working Saturdays and Sundays. That was just because it was like I need more. And I still have that mindset that to say I can pick and choose what I get, and I'm glad I got to that. Just more by appointment only, but don't want to burn myself out.
All right, so I'm gonna stop you real quick. Maybe wiggle that wire on your mic on your headset. No, that's plugged in. Okay, go ahead and talk.
How about now?
That's better. Come, stay pretty close to the laptop. I'm thinking maybe the distance is probably killing you because you kind of choppy, but that's all right. We knew this was going to happen. It's live. Yeah.
Is that
it's
better
but if
now?
you stay a little closer, yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, just kind of stay right.
Okay.
I mean, put your fucking face right in front of the goddamn camera. No, I'm just playing. Don't be afraid to be right up next to it.
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all.
Oh, that's a lot better.
We good?
Yeah, it's a lot better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit better. But yeah, everybody's like, it's a little hard to hear them, and I'm like, I know, we're trying. It is what it is, you know. It's when you do a live show, I mean, anything can happen. I know you're using someone's laptop, and we had issues earlier with like notifications coming through and you know, like kicking you back and stuff like that. So it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with it.
We're gonna roll with it. All right. So one man show, Illinois. Been tinting about 8 years, right?
Yep, almost 8 years now.
Okay, and then
I got to the point, burn myself out. So I'm, being a one-man appointment only, and that's fine with quotas every day. A little less stressful for me, and definitely helps.
And yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being a little less stressful. I mean, I think everybody wants to be a little less stressful, and if there's a way for you to make it work and it still fulfills everything, I say fucking do it. So
there's still stress no matter what, because this is my first year being 100% on mine. I've worked at tint shops for my whole tinting up until February of this 100% on my own. Now I outside of my full-time job, I was never solely to what the business was making that, but the ins and outs of all new to me. I had no idea.
You had no idea what you were getting yourself into at all.
I had no crash course. I had no this and do that and nothing, keeping up on it out, even though I wasn't doing it full time, and working in multiple helped me this as compared to how a lot of things that I didn't like. And I remember to me, I'm not doing that. I could run my own show, so it definitely helped me in a lot.
Yeah. Let's try one more thing. Like I can grasp a lot of what you're saying. We're gonna try one more thing. Go ahead and disconnect those headphones and maybe just go off the laptop, but you may have to sit maybe a little bit closer to it. Let's just see if that works a little better. You may have to change the settings in the audio. Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Is that better?
Oh, I think we're good. All right, just don't move.
Okay. I'm gonna stay right here.
Don't move. All right, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. So
okay.
All right, I think this is gonna do a lot better.
Yeah, is that better?
Oh yeah. Okay, just don't move.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just stay right here. That works.
Just stay right there. So at the end of the show, you're gonna get a cramp and you're gonna go, fuck that show. No, that's way better. Okay. All right. I think we got to figure it out. Okay. Everybody else is saying yes. So I think we're good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's just recap real quick because I know the audio. One man show, 8 years. I know you were personally working at other shops and stuff like that and everything. And I remember I remember when you said, "Hey, I'm about to go out on my own," and when you did, and you started posting pictures, I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then I mean, let's just be honest. Your take on this, that leap was like scared. You were scared shitless. Just be honest, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you'd be a liar to say, anyone who was in that position, there's no way around it. Even I just had a conversation yesterday with Trent actually, and no matter how much you tint, when it goes to running a business 100% on your own with no support, it doesn't matter how many cars you can tint or how good you are, because a window tinter doesn't mean they can be a business owner. It's multiple hats, and I've always kind of done that because I came from a 12-volt background, so I used to do car audio, alarms, remote starts, custom fab, all that stuff, and that was always my hobby. So that's why I started tinting, because it got to the point where I was working at stereo shops, and they're like, "Oh, we need you to build a box. Oh, we need you to tint this car. Oh, we have a remote start that we need you to do."
So
And
you're bouncing all over.
it was unreal, and I just wasn't compensated. I mean, anyone can say that,
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna teach myself how to tint, thinking it was gonna be easy, and I struggled for probably the first year. But no, I mean, going out on my own, it was terrifying, because that first month when I left my job and I had the shop, yeah, the shop was making money and I had a nice cushion, but that first month I was like, oh, okay, well, where's my next paycheck coming from? I was like, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, now it all relies on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was terrifying. I mean, it took a couple months to get the hang of it. Now, a couple months in, I'm pretty comfortable with it day to day. I mean, I always was. It was just there's some business aspects that I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was going blind, and that's okay.
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
But you know what, though? Yeah. You learn as you go, and you can actually take a step back and go, yeah. I fucking did it. I fucking did it. So yes, no, man, I love it, because I'll be sitting here and I'll be doing, my job, and I try to catch, because I see so many tinters going live and doing this and doing that, and I always try to catch, and I see you, and I'm always like, oh, what's Charlie doing? And I love it. Your shop's freaking. It's really nice. I like your shop. It's simple. It's not like over the top.
It's small. It's small,
very
but
clean.
For me,
that's okay.
It's more than what I need it for. I mean, I could fit 2 cars in there, which is fine, because I'm not working on more than 2 cars at once anyway.
There you go.
I have a waiting area. Clean.
No, it is clean.
Man. That's all I need.
It is. It is very clean. Yes.
I got a sink in a bathroom. It works.
Perfect. I mean, what all do you really need? You just need a little bit of overhead and a bathroom and some tint and some tools. And no, that's awesome.
No, nice formula.
Let's see. I think someone said, where is Charlie located? You're south side Chicago, is that right?
Yeah, so I'm about depends on what's traffic. I'm right by Midway Airport, about 10 minutes from Midway Airport. I'm in Alsip, Illinois.
Now wait a minute. You're like 10 minutes from Midway?
Yeah, I'm my shop is right off Cicero Avenue and 120. So that's like Midway is just off Cicero Avenue, just a couple miles north.
Yeah. You know how many times I've been to Chris's shop?
Yeah, so on your way down to Chris's shop, you probably passed that.
I probably passed. Yeah, that's crazy, because I fly into Midway, and he always picks me up, but I didn't know you were that close. Now I've had multiple flights that did connecting in Midway, and that's wild. I didn't know you were that damn close.
Even from my house, because my house is about 15 minutes south of the shop. When we would take flights out of Midway, it's like a 30-minute ride ish, 25-30-minute ride with traffic, depending on what time.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That is so crazy. Now, I think it was the first time I came out and saw Chris. I think it was the first time. We actually planned on you were actually going to come over to Chris's shop and hang out with us and stuff like that. Yeah. And I believe it was like the day before you were going to come out. You literally messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm not going to make it." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" You're like, Yeah, we got COVID. I'm like,
Yep.
you keep your
Yep.
ass fucking home. I'm
Yeah,
not bringing that shit with me.
I think it was the day before my fiance tested positive. So I was like, I'm not, as much as I
No.
would like to see you guys, I was like, I'm not putting you guys at risk. That ain't right.
And I'll tell you this. I have a lot of respect for you to even you know, put that consideration in for everybody else, and I appreciate that. Now, was I pissed off? I was, because we were talking about it for like weeks, because we
I
knew I
know.
was coming out and stuff like that. So
Oh,
we were all excuse me, we were all like pumped up and everything, and then I was just like, this mother goddamn.
yeah. I was pissed, man. I was pissed. And then I think the other time you were out, I forgot where I was at. There was something going on. Where I was at a competition or some
I think
crap.
you're at a stereo competition.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I think
second time
so.
I came out. Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
right.
All right, I tell you what, I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the stereo shit, because
Oh man.
so whenever me and you first started following each other, it's like, all right, this guy's a window tinter. I don't think your beard was as long back then.
It's went through phases.
I trust me, I've seen it go through phases.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I saw you like posting stuff about stereo equipment and stuff like that, then I was like, this guy's a bass head? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
That like I said, that's what got me into tinning, because I got burnt out. It was my hobby. And while I like doing it, doing it 10 hours a day for other people killed it really quick, and I no longer enjoyed it. Now I do competitive car audio, so it's not, I don't know how to describe it. I do have cars that play music really loud, and that's the whole point, but I'm in this very specific area, like a very high-end, small group of people that build just to be loud at one note in a very specific class. And I just went way down that rabbit hole. I compete in different organizations. I have a purpose-built stereo car, no back seats, a lot of batteries.
I was when I was younger. I mean, come on now. When we were kids, that's all we wanted was the loud stereo and stuff like that. And before I bought my truck, I had a pretty nice Ford Edge, and I had 110 in there with a huge ass amp. And I mean, dude, that thing was like blowing the freaking top off of that Edge, and I loved it. Right, loved it. And then I got the truck, and I'm like, fuck, it won't fit my truck.
yeah, that's the problem, man.
And I was like, you know what? I'm almost 45. I like my music, but I don't know. I probably just don't need it. It'll probably just get me in trouble.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm 32 now. My stereo car, I don't drive the stereo car around.
Which is a Prius, right? It's a Prius, right?
No, it's a 1994 Mercury Tracer.
Oh, you got the Tracer. That's right. Who's got the Prius?
That's my twin brother.
That's your twin brother. Okay. Yeah. I was like, one of you guys have the Prius. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, it's it's fun. It's a money pit. But even in high school, I have a lot of friends who ended up going down, LS swapping everything and racing, and that's fine. But me, I just decided to put $20,000 worth of stereo equipment and wood and steel and stuff into a $500 car. So no matter what you do, it's going to be expensive. It's just
absolutely,
Yeah. Yeah, that's my money pit of a hobby. The shop, we're a retail sponsor for Mecca, which is one of the organizations I compete in. So we do like trophy sponsors, and we sponsored these trophies for world finals that I got. I didn't get first place. I got second in the world, but I'll take it.
Hey, second is pretty damn fucking good if you ask me.
I'll take it, man.
I mean, why not? Why not? And you do all the builds yourself, right? You do it all yourself?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So my background was all like custom fab and 12-volt installs for the most part. But yeah, everything in my car, every little thing is done by myself. Every once in a while I have friends come and help me, but a lot of my stereo friends are pretty far away. Like, I'm on a team. We have team guys throughout the entire country, and I'm the Illinois State president. But it's not, a lot of the guys are super far south. We have a small group of guys, another team here, but some of them are really deep into it. Some of them will help when they can. But
So here's the thing: if you know how to build that shit, build me something for my damn F-150.
man,
For
I have
crying out
people
loud,
all
man.
the time. I had a guy message me today asking about work, and I turn him down. I say no, I don't want
Okay,
to.
but that's them. I'm talking about me.
Come out to Colorado and build some stuff. We could do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I miss it. I do. There's days where I'm just like, I'll listen to like older, like I'm more of the whole '90s rap. You know, I really don't care for the new shit. And when I put those certain songs on, I'm like, oh, I wish I still had my system. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways,
And even in my daily, I don't have anything in there. I mean, I compete with my daily, and that's what got me the trophies at finals. But it's not. It's I don't listen to bass in there every day. I just have my door speakers. But I have a separate car that I can, if I need to go and enjoy something, I can go and enjoy it. You know, and be really obnoxious. But,
I love it.
yeah,
I absolutely love it.
my money pit of a hobby. It keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to give you shit for it because
Yeah.
I just you don't come across as that type. You don't. And I think that's what I think that's what makes you stand out a little bit more because I never knew that about you. I thought you were just another fucking window tinter. And then I started seeing you posting stuff about cars. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's a bass head.
Yeah,
holy
that's
shit.
where it started. You know, because if it wasn't for car audio, I would have never started tinting. And that's
See, and I would have never started window tinting if I didn't go step foot into a car audio place.
Yeah,
you know,
it's funny,
and
those are just like they're two peas in a pod, you know. And fortunately, where
absolutely.
I get up, there's a stereo shop 2 doors down, so it's really nice. We're not the same company, but we're in the same building. So he's just two doors down. So we end up sending work back and forth to each other. It works out. It's a good relationship. I've worked with the guy at other stereo shops. It's a
That's
nice
perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Without
perfect.
having to deal with the car stereo headache, I still get the car stereo customers.
There you go. There you go. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
It's nice.
All right, let's kind of bring it back over towards the tint side. Now, 8 years. You said you struggled for the first year. Which I think most window tinters usually about a year they struggle. But it gets easier over time. We all know that.
Yeah.
But my question is, and I'm not saying like, how can I say this? Because I know people are going to go, there's no such thing as like the best fucking tinter or whatever. But I mean, from 8 years ago to now, do you see yourself just like way up here, or are you still kind of growing the ladder a little bit?
I would say once I hit that 5-year mark is when I really started noticing that I guess I was getting good. Now, when I've trained a couple people, and I tell them there's just so many steps you have to be decent at to even get a job worth paying for. And you could be really good at one thing, but if you slack on the other 7, it's going to show, you know. I mean, from now compared to what I was then, it's a night and day difference. I went through some different techniques, and I mean, I hand cut for the first 6-7 years. I just recently got a plotter just over a year ago. But by the time I got my plotter, I was still hand cutting cars, 2-staging, not bottom loading. I could do a sedan in an hour. But
which is fine.
And that took time, you know, to get to that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go through the steps as you learn how to tint. I mean, the first car I ever did probably took me 8-9 hours, and two full rolls of film thrown in the trash, and I'm just like, fuck this.
I remember the first car I tried to even tint. I was working at a stereo shop. I don't know what made me want to try it. It was a new body style Fusion when they first came out, and I tried heat shrinking back. I didn't have any. I've never seen anyone do it. I had no idea what I was doing. I think I went through like 8 or 9 pieces of film. Screw this! I'm not tinting. I'm not doing it. You know. And then the owner of the stereo shop's like, "Oh, I'm going to buy a plotter. Then everyone can tint." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know if that's how it works, but sure." At the time, I had no idea. And
that's not how it works, and you know that.
That did did not go over well at all. So it turned into me buying film and getting sample rolls from a bunch of people, and just practicing on friends and family's cars. Luckily, being in the stereo world, I had a lot of people coming from that. But honestly, if it wasn't for them, a lot of those people who are letting me practice on their cars and mess up a lot and redo stuff, I would not be where I'm at today at all.
So now the car you just talked about, that first back window, you can do it now though, right?
Oh, now, I mean, it'd take me a couple minutes to
There
shrink.
you go. Okay.
I could probably do a full install in 10 minutes.
There you go.
And checking my phone,
Checking
at
up on the social media as you're doing it. Yeah.
At the time, a C6, if I would have looked at that, 1 month in, I would have been running for the hills. Now
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
I get people calling me with C6s. Oh yeah, this shop said they couldn't do it. Bring it here. I don't care. I'll do it. Yeah. I charge a premium for it. That's okay. Make it worth my while. I don't want to do
Absolutely.
it. Just next guy. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's cars out there I never want to touch again, and I mean let's just be honest. I've been in the industry 25 years, and I don't want to tint at all ever again. And it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't like it. It's just my body's just taking a complete beating from it. Like it has. And I know there's other tinters out there that are like, yeah, your back, your shoulder, your knees, your wrists. I mean, just everything. Yeah. But I tint every so often, and it feels good to kind of do it. And then when I'm done with it, I'm like, God, thank God I don't have to fucking do this every day. Yeah. Fuck that.
It's funny. I have a kid that's been coming in, I'd say like the last month now. He's like 16, 17 years old. He said he wanted to come learn, and I'm not teaching him hand cutting yet. We're just doing stuff off the plotter, just trying to get a feel for the film and heat shrinking back windows. And I didn't tell him anything. There's stools in the shop, but he just felt the need to go up. He's a tall guy. I mean, I'm only 5'8". This kid's probably like 6'1". He's a big kid. And he goes and puts this piece of film on. It's like a tiny little Civic, I think. And I see him getting down. He's kneeling on the ground. And I was like, all right, I'm going to bring him to school. I was like, look, you'll thank me later. I promise.
Let me show you a trick.
Yeah. I was like, get comfortable, because when you're trying to lay that film and you're sitting there trying to balance and your knees in a puddle of water or on uneven concrete or something like that, it's not comfortable. It's just going to take away from your install.
Absolutely. Yeah, it burns you out. It hurts your body. It takes away from a lot of things. Yeah.
And
you gotta find that nice little sweet spot that helps you in every little install, where you walk away and you're still comfortable.
Right. And I try and everything I do, I want to be as comfortable as possible. I mean, even the steps I take around the car while I tint, I want to make sure it's all for a reason. I'm not just making pointless trips around the car just to grab something. I try and strategically plan everything that I do, so it's not lazy, but just less steps. I'm trying to work smart, and kneel in, and it's just try and make it easier for me.
Next question for me is, aside from the business side of starting your own thing, what is the hardest thing you had to overcome in the tint industry alone, besides the business side?
I would say probably heat shrinking. By far. Like I said, from day one I struggled with it. Now I've gotten it down pretty good. I would say heat shrinking, and it probably took me a good 3 years before I got a good prep regimen that worked for me, because I've seen a lot of videos of guys doing prep every way that they wanted, and I would try it, and it just wasn't. It didn't work. But finally, I got to the point where, it was just little bits of every other person. I didn't work around a lot of people, other window tinters, for like the first 2.5 years, until I think they hired back another window tinter at the stereo shop, and then I helped out over by Chris Queen for a couple months here and there.
Come a little closer, just a little closer.
Okay. That better? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Don't lean back.
And I was, bouncing around, helping out at different shops, and even though I'd only work for a very limited time with other window tinters, naturally you pick up on other things that people do. And then I would say probably 3 years in, then I finally got a good prep. I mean, there's still every day there's something. If I got to redo something, I'm going to redo it.
Yeah, this industry, there's always challenges, and new cars all the time, different strategies, different methods of doing things, and it's just something that we constantly learn day in, day out, and we just have to keep overcoming things. Everybody thinks that, oh, once you got it, you got it. Yeah, for the most part.
So
yeah, you've got the technique, you got the tools down, you got your slip solution right, blah blah blah, and then here comes this car you've never seen before, and you're like, son of a bitch, I'm starting all over again. It's
funny.
true.
It's funny you say that, because I say that to everyone that I've taught. Like this guy 30 Hertz in the comments, he's one of my good friends I taught how to tint, and I always tell him, man, once you think you got it, that's when it's going to bite you in the ass. So don't act like your shit don't stink, because it'll get you.
It will. Absolutely.
Even if it's a car that you've done hundreds of, I don't care. It'll come back to you, So you got to be humble. And every day, I was just telling him earlier, it's just the last 3 days, every car that I did, I'd redo a window on. Now, is it something that I could have let fly and send out of the shop? Maybe. But I'm not going to risk my name for that. What, for a pinch somewhere, or a little speck of dirt, right in the driver's view? Not doing it. I'm just going to redo it.
And here's the thing. In my opinion, what makes a good tinter is, we're all human. This is all done with our hands, and we fight the elements. I mean, it doesn't matter how clean your shop is, you're still going to get specks, and a lot of customers don't understand that. But for the fact that we try our best to make everything look as good as possible, and when we mess up, if we can just own up to our mess up and go, all right, nope, I'm gonna let it fly, just cut out another one real quick and just do it. Right. That says a lot about you and the character, and your character and your shop, because that means you actually care about what the customer's going to see when they come and pick up the car. So that says a lot.
I mean, I can fly through stuff if I need to, but I'd rather spend more time on something and do 2 or 3 cars a day, instead of hustling and busting ass and possibly letting something go that I wasn't 100% happy with.
Yeah.
And that, you got to live with that. And it's just, like I told a guy yesterday, all you're guaranteed is your name. And if your name is associated with bad work, whatever it is that you do,
anything,
that's on your name.
Yeah.
You got to live with that. That's the only thing you're guaranteed. Your name and taxes.
Anything you do. Yeah. Anything you do, and you fuck up, and your name gets out, well, you're known as that person who fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's, I try, and every day it's like that, because a lot of people come to me because based off of my reviews or referrals, and if I did bad work, either one of those would be there, and I wouldn't have any work.
Right. Yep.
And all it takes is one.
Yeah, and then you're struggling, going, oh shit, you got to pick up the pieces and try to figure out how to put things back together. So it's like starting all over again.
And
so
there's always,
I get it.
There's always something, and there's something that you might have missed, or nobody's perfect, but when you do come across something like that, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to treat that customer? Are you just going to blow them off and play the blame game, and that wasn't me, or I can't do anything about it?
Now you're just making excuses when all you had to do was just rip it off and redo it.
Yeah, bring it back. I'll redo it.
Yeah. Just own up to it. Just be like, hey man, I didn't catch it. Sorry. Bring it back. That's why you got a warranty.
Right.
Done deal. No, I like that. Yeah.
That's why I try and keep it.
I don't know. I know I'm probably going to get a bunch of backlash for this, but window tinting is not the easiest thing out there. It's not. And even though we say it's easy to us because we've been doing it for a long time, it's still not easy. We still deal with the whole, customers, this and that. And it's not easy. It's not.
And every person that walks through the door, it's another challenge. You don't know.
Nope.
When I've done dealership work, it's like you could tint 7 of the same cars. The first 6 are cake. The 7th one, will take you 3 times as long for no reason.
Yeah,
It's all the exact same make, model, year. They could all be brand new. It doesn't matter.
So it's funny you said that because the dealership that I had in Oklahoma was the BMW and Mini Cooper dealership,
Okay.
and so I was doing like 60 like Mini Coopers a month. Like I could do those bitches blindfolded, right?
Yeah.
And the dealership brought in a fleet of 50 for one company, and I had 2 guys working for me, and we were just pumping them out left and right. And we had no issues the whole time except for the last one, and nothing went right. And it literally took us like 6 hours to do it. It's like, what the hell? We just did 49 of the same damn fucking car, and the last one gives us shit. So
every time, and it's on a Friday usually.
Friday at 3:00, last car, always. It never fails.
That's the name. Now with me, I'm open Sundays, so I get a very weird clientele, specifically on Saturdays and Sundays, because nobody else is open. So you get all the phone calls, and it's just not. You take something in because you're like, oh yeah, this guy's a 2021 Malibu. Bring it in. We'll knock it out real quick. Easy car. That car will fight you every step of the way because it's 4 p.m. on a Sunday. In the middle of June. No other reason, just because it's a Sunday.
Yep.
That's how it is. That's what I'm gonna get away from, man. No more weekends.
Yeah, you need to leave the weekends for you and your girl, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. It's been tough, man. Before I opened up the shop, it was like I was telling you before. I think I worked 16, almost 17 months straight of 12-hour days, 7 days a week, working full time tint shop, and every night at home, and on my days off, I tinted all day, every day. But
here's the thing, though. You would not trade that in at all because of where you're at now, though.
Definitely not.
So the hard work, it definite payout, and look at you now. So there was times where I was working till 2:00 in the morning, doing dealership work, because they needed it by the next morning, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll stay late. I'll get the shit done, and I was back up at the shop at 8:30. And been there, done that, dude.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It's I mean, it paid off. I'm glad I did it when I was young, and I still can do it if I want because I'm still young. It's like I could keep going, but I got to figure out, when do I call it quits? Like, and now I'm to that point, like I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna ask because I don't know. I really don't know. How old are you?
32. I just turned 32 on Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know you had a birthday. I know you had a birthday. I don't remember how old you were. Nice.
Yeah. I don't post the stuff on social media or anything like that. Have my birthday listed and whatnot. I don't
even think I do.
Yeah. I don't need my phone going all crazy on my birthday. And normally I'm trying to work. I'm tinting cars and trying to answer the phone. I just hear ding, 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 and
well, I mean, that just means you're loved. I mean, come on, man. You got to at least accept that a little bit.
I do.
But
I do. No.
Yeah. I put all I do is put stupid stuff on Facebook and work stuff on Instagram. That's it. I don't really put a whole lot of personal info out there, but
and that's why I changed my Facebook name to Charlie Tint instead of my full name, Charlie Kramer.
You don't need people hunting you down.
And normally it's just for the first couple of years I only used my Facebook for tint. Like everyone would just message me on my personal page.
Yep.
Like, well, screw this. I'm gonna use it for tint.
Yeah.
But now I would say 90% of my customer base comes from Google.
And that's good.
And I'm fine with that.
That's good. That's good. So now you're able to separate business and pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's where you want to be. You don't want it all mixed into one. Yeah. No. Let's see. I know burner account said what brand film you use. I do know you use GeoShield, so I'll go ahead and answer that. And actually, Hunter Lloyd actually just answered that for me also. Here, let's do this. Fuck this. I think the chat, they got so much to say here. Let's just bring them in. let's bring the chat in.
I see.
And let's do this. We'll take a couple of minutes and let's do a Q&A. So Q&A for Charlie Tint. I still call you Charlie from high school, just
Fine.
because
Yeah, that's been my.
that's how I know you. That's how I know he's Charlie from high school.
Yeah. Yep.
So Hunter, so Matthew really is your brother. I feel like out of the loop. He thought you had a doppelganger.
Yeah.
No, so Matthew is your twin brother.
Yeah.
And before you say anything, I actually got you two mixed up at one time, and I believe your brother. He messaged me. He's like, "Dude, I think you're thinking of Charlie," and I'm like, "Fuck!" I was supposed to message him.
That happens all the time. Especially because we both do car audio, and once I got him into tint, it just, I mean, ever since we've been young, it's like I'm used to it. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." It's okay. We're identical. I mean, we're both heavily tattooed. We both have beards. We both do car audio. We both have our own tint shops. It's just, it's very easy.
You guys are literally damn near fucking identical 100%. Like, I mean, not just looks, like everything you guys do are damn near the same. Because I always thought you had the Prius, but it's actually your brother has the Prius, and then you have the, okay. See?
Yeah, it's funny because
I follow both of you guys.
Yeah, I was working at a stereo shop in South Bend, Indiana, right by Notre Dame, and we ended up getting Matt in there, working, doing home audio, home security and stuff. And we were both cooks, line cooks at the same restaurant for years. And then I moved back out here to Illinois for a job offer at the stereo shop. That's when I started tinting. I think I was tinting for just about 5 years at that point, 4 years. And I kept telling him, "Hey man, you should get into it. You should get into it. There's a lot of money to be made." And where he's at, there's not as many shops, nowhere near as many shops. I mean, I'm surrounded by shops. And I told him, I was like, "Jump on it, dude. I'll come out, teach you on the weekends, whatever you got to do." You know. And no, it's been working well. And, I'm glad. You know. I hope I hope he keeps doing really good. That better? How about that?
Yeah, I just like this.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. So all right. So Hunter's like, is his shop close to you, or where is your brother's shop?
His shop is in Southwest Michigan, where I'm from originally.
Southwest Michigan. Yeah,
pretty much right by South Bend, Indiana, by Notre Dame, like right on state line.
And not that we need to like keep bringing up your brother, but the name of his company is Only Tints, right?
Yeah, so that's funny because it was actually made as a joke.
It was. I remember that.
My buddy Rich, who does a lot of my flyers and advertising and stuff, he actually made it as a joke just for fun. And yeah, Matt, he took it and decided to run with it and start his own thing. Hey man, more power to you.
I remember when he started putting that Only Tints out, and I was just like, dude, keep it, run it. Yeah. That's awesome. I do have a question though. With you guys being basically twins, right? When you guys were younger, how many girls did you guys piss off?
Oh man.
Oh shit. I thought you were gonna go, no, we never did that, but you actually did.
Not that I can remember. It was weird because there's a lot of times like I would date a girl and then he would end up dating her friend, and then like if they broke up, then all of a sudden like my girl was all pissed. It was weird. Really weird. Strange.
Well, because every time she saw you, she was mad at your brother, so
yeah.
I can see that. That's funny.
And that happened more than once.
Oh god. Super Dave, where's he at? There he is. Super Dave says, so I'm curious, you said you trained your brother. Was that super easy or incredibly difficult? I would not recommend most people train their family.
So I wouldn't say I trained him. I gave him insight in a lot of the main tools to end up learning how to tint his own way. Because at the end of the day, I live in Illinois. He's in Michigan. Now we're only like 2 hours away, and it's a very short commute for the most part. You know, a lot of the stuff that he does, he learned on his own. But I kind of gave him the essentials and the main tools that he needed to, you know, build on, I guess you could say. But it wasn't super difficult. I mean, it was nice because there'd be times where he'd FaceTime me and he'd have questions, and it's not like you're FaceTiming a stranger or calling a stranger late at night or working on something. But no, it wasn't too bad. We learned quick.
Jacob says, does your buddy get royalties from the joke?
I know Jacob. He's a friend of mine. I don't know, Jake. I really don't. You know Rich, you know the guy who made the logo, so you'd have to ask him.
Oh God.
That logo's
It's
been twisted so many ways now.
oh God. I every time I see it, I'm like, wait, is that OnlyFans? No, that's only Tints. My bad.
Yeah.
It's super
Yeah.
funny. Let's see here. Burner account. Let's bring him back up. What lines from GeoShield do you carry?
I only carry the C2 carbon, the carbon plus ceramic, and the Apex ceramic. I don't do the Pro Classic. I don't do. I think they had like a dyed ceramic film. I don't offer that. I don't offer the Pro Nano. I didn't really like the Pro Nano. It's 2 mil. Um, the install is just completely different. And once I'm in my groove, used to installing C2 and Apex and something that's very similar, you give me a 2 mil thick film with completely different style adhesive. I hated it. I hated it. Not bad film. I just like installing it.
That's all right. There's films out there I don't like to install, but whatever. Sharon Butler, what questions should a consumer ask before choosing a shop? Now, this is a really good question. I think a lot of people are going to have their own views on what to really aim for. So let's just say a consumer's trying to find you. What let's just put it like on you for your shop.
Let's see. What questions should a consumer ask before choosing a shop?
Yeah. So
Um,
like if you had customers, like your customers asking you questions, like
Mhm.
what are some of the questions that you hear that are like pretty good and something that someone should absolutely replicate at any shop?
Normally, one of the big things I actually ask my customers is, what are you getting your car tinted for? Is it for privacy? Is it for heat rejection? Is it a mix of both? Um, and if you already know, like what kind of film, I have some customers who come in and say they want ceramic. Cool, we'll go ceramic, and I'll tell you the differences. I always the thing with being a shop owner, it's not only my job to install the film, but to educate my customers on it. Because I can tell you it's the best film in the world, but why? Um, and I try and have customers like ask that, like, what's the difference? Why is it better? Why does it cost more? Um, that's my biggest thing. I wouldn't say to ask um, w- before you decide what shop. I'm big on customer service because that's what separates me from everyone else. I take pride in how I interact with every customer that walks through the door, and when they leave, I can guarantee that they had a good experience there, a more personal experience. When I'm calling someplace, if they're just in and out, yep, you're a number, cool, yep, drop it off, we'll get you done, see ya. I'm probably not going to go with them. If I'm going to talk to someone who's going to answer questions on what kind of film do you have or how long you've been tinting, and if someone's going to be more transparent with me and make sure I feel comfortable, I'm going to go spend my money with them. So that's how I try and run my shop.
Yeah, I think something else is when you're asking about film tint, and they give you if they give you a manufacturer or brand name of film, I would definitely ask if they have any kind of literature on it.
Yeah.
That way they can look at it and actually see and excuse me, as they're reading that literature on that film, and whoever like the salesperson for that shop or even the installer or business owner is talking to that customer,
Mm-hmm.
they should be talking and going, this is what our film does. As you can see, it says it right here. Like, I mean, you should know and
Yeah.
should be telling as the customer is reading it, going, oh, so what he's saying is actually the same thing that's in this book, and
Right.
this is the film you carry.
Yeah. My
That's
big
just my
thing,
take.
it's like customer experience is first for me, and then film choice is second. Obviously, you need to have a good film, without a doubt. You don't want to be putting crap on people's cars, but you also
Yeah.
need to be well versed in the film and know what you have and how it compares to even other brands and lines of film that you don't carry, because that's a common question I get. Well, how does it compare to this? How does it compare to that? And if you say, oh, well, I don't know. Well, it kind of seems like you're not very well educated. Even though it's not something I carry, being in the industry, it's kind of something that you should know a little bit about. Now, you don't have to go do research on every film manufacturer's lines of film and know the ins and outs, but at least to see what stacks up to compare to what you offer, it helps. When you speak more knowledgeable, it's much better.
Education. Education. That's
Self-education.
it.
You just
That's it.
Go Google. You'll be okay. Self-education.
Educate.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anybody have any more questions they'd like to ask Charlie? Here's your chance. Before we start doing something else. Tell us about PPF.
Oh, I'm not very well versed with PPF. That's my buddy Mike. Because he wants me to do PPF on his car. No, I like PPF. I've only been doing PPF for 4 years now, so about half as long as I've been doing tint. It's a completely different install. It's just so much. There's a lot more there. You have to know a little bit about detailing and paint correction, and the window tint world is so small compared to, I feel like, what else is out there that goes hand in hand. PPF is a whole nother ball game.
I would rather tint a window than do PPF all day long.
I like just PPF, but it's just I like tinting. I really like tinting.
Yeah. Let's see here. T-Towns, how big is your shop? Which I know you cut out kind of at the beginning of the show when we were talking about it. I know you've got a small shop. It's able to fit 2 cars with the lobby, and then you have a sink and a bathroom. And
it's about 1,200 square feet. I think that's what it. Yeah, I want to say 1,200 square feet, 1,300 square feet. Nothing crazy, nothing too big. Hey, it keeps my heat bill real low. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Someone wants to know if you're a family man.
I don't talk to a lot of my family. I don't have any kids. I do have a fiance there in the comment section, Lindsay Justin. That's my beautiful fiance.
Yeah.
I talk to her family a lot. But yeah, a lot of my family, we're all spread out, and I have some brothers, and not just my twin. I'm one of 5, so there's a lot of us. I'm trying to get my younger brother to come tint with me, but we'll see. I don't know if he's still undecided. But I try and stay in contact with him. I just been so focused on. I don't have any kids. A lot of my friends have kids and stuff, and my kid was my company, and that's what I've been focused on for the last 3 years.
Oh shit! You said something, and it sparks. Oh fuck! Oh, you said something like you don't talk to much of your family, and I was just gonna add, you got a huge window tint family, so you can always reach out to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I talk to a lot of fellow window.
Yeah. Let's see here. Everybody's like types fast. So Robert, will you ever bring stereo installs into your shop since you know it?
Definitely not. And not only that, my lease agreement states I cannot offer any service that another tenant in my building offers. And there's a stereo shop 2 doors down, so that's my excuse.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And I think he was late to the show, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll do competitive stuff. Once a year, I'll build like a competition car. But that's about it. And I'll do that. And
you and the stereo shop that's right there, 2 doors down. You guys work for. You guys flow off of each other for someone wants their windows tinted, vice versa, and stuff like that. Yeah. And we were talking about that earlier. Let's see here. I gotta come up a little bit. I think your fiance. Let's go ahead and bring it up here, just because it's your fiance. What % would look good on a 2014 white GTI?
Well, she's just asking because that's her car. It's already tinted.
I
bought my car, the one I drive now, 2 years ago. It took me like 2 weeks to tint it because I was so busy. But the day we bought her car, you better believe it was tinted that night with my most high-end ceramic tint. Within 2 hours of her buying it, she drove it straight home and it got tinted. Yeah,
the night that I bought my truck, I literally drove 15 minutes down the street, pulled in my garage, and I started slapping film on it.
Yeah. I had to wait.
Oh man. Let's see here. What else? Let's see. Matt. Let's see. Where's Matt? Where's he at? This one. What type of insurance coverage recommended for a new shop? Ooh, there's a good one.
So that was something that I actually had to ask my insurance agent. I forgot the policy that I had when I was running my business out of my home garage because I did have a separate policy. Now there were certain requirements from the leasing company who I have my shop through that I had to have certain coverage. I have State Farm for everything, so I literally just called my agent and said, "Hey, I opened up a new shop. This is where it's located. This is what I do." He asked some simple questions. I don't even know. I forgot what it's technically called, but I know it's like $2 million coverage on stuff. I don't know. It's just like crazy requirements legally from my landlord, and that's fine. I mean, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. You know, just like if the village tells me I have to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and I mean, let's face it. You want a good insurance policy for your shop. It only takes one car to put you under.
Yep.
I mean, holy shit.
And I mean, I've had, some things happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. It's gonna happen. Being one person, I do on average about 1,000 cars a year, give or take. There's gonna be something that happens, no matter what.
It's something is always bound to happen.
Yep.
Even if it's not your fault. So, I mean, something's going to happen. It never fails.
And that's how you handle it,
Yep. Always have a good insurance policy for a business, especially with us when we're dealing with customers' cars and stuff like that. It's a good idea. Yep. Burner account, which I already know the answer to this. Burner account. Does he have a dog?
I don't have a dog. I have 2 cats. Actually.
2 cats.
This one right here is my girl, Flocka, named after the rapper, Waka Flocka. She's 12. And then we got another cat. He's a little asshole. He's like 3 months or something. He's real small. His name's Lamar, named after Kendrick Lamar.
I absolutely love it. And it's so funny because like sometimes I'll see your stories on Instagram and you're always posting like funny cat memes. And I know cats. I've got them at my house, and every time you post something on your story, I'm just like, I know exactly what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, we had to lock him out of the room. Otherwise they would have been all behind me. The one was climbing this trophy the other day, almost knocked it over. So
yep.
Yeah, they're done. They're nuts.
I come in here to work and one sits up here on the desk, and if I don't have the door shut for the show to do this, she'd be running across like right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's super funny. I love her to death, but gotta stay out of the office. No. All right. Let's see here. Let's end the Q&A real quick. I'll turn that off. Yep. So let's bring up one last thing, and we'll do some giveaways, and then I'm going to kick you off the show because I can't. Well, I mean, I try to keep the show around an hour.
Yeah.
Anything over that, I feel like everybody's just like, oh, okay, I've heard enough, and I don't want to, and not only that, but you're at home, and I want you to go back to what you need to do. So 8 years ago to now in the industry, have you seen a huge change or a huge growth in the last 8 years? Have you seen a change?
Yeah, drastically. It's this last year, I would say the year of COVID, man, I've never been busier in my life. It was, I couldn't keep up. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have opened my own shop. It got to the point where I was losing money working for a tint shop because I wasn't at home tinting. It's gotten way, way better. A lot more cars. I think a lot of it has to do with just me doing it longer and getting my name out there more. But the biggest thing is with when I first started ceramic, it was around, but it wasn't like what it is now. And
it's nowhere close to what it is now.
And even windshields, I tell people all the time, they call and ask for a windshield. And they're like, oh, is that super common? You do those a lot? And I'm honest with them, like, well, when I started, almost 8 years ago now, I might do 1 or 2 a month. Now it's like I'm doing 5 or 6 a week.
Yeah. It's gotten very common.
It's insane. And even for the people who normally wouldn't, with these 70-80% film, it's just, why not? If you're going to spend that money and get protected everywhere else, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Well, for the most part, it's the largest piece of glass on your car in most vehicles. So, and you're right there up against it. So why not get that UV and IR rejection off of you yourself, and be more comfortable in the car? And not only that, but it protects the car's dash from fading and cracking. So it's a little bit of maintenance on the car. I mean, yeah, dude, absolutely. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna bring the chat up. I'm so glad you came on the show. When I asked you, you're like, yeah, dude, let's do this. I'm like, cool.
Of course.
I love bringing people on the show. I love it. All right, so we're gonna bring the chat back up. Where's my chatters? Are you guys still in here? They're probably like, I'm done. Fuck this guy. No, actually,
I don't know.
They're in here. I just gotta wait for the feed to pop back up on the screen. But so let's do this. We're gonna do 2 giveaways. Hold on, I gotta find my. Oh, never mind. I had to get my fancy Tin'er Tuesday notebook here. it's just a notepad. All right, so what we're gonna do is giveaways. But I'm not gonna do giveaways until people actually start jumping back in the chats, because come on, show some love for Charlie, for crying out loud.
Come on, Jake. Yeah,
come on.
Jacob Jewell is trying to play video games right now. He's my video game buddy, and that's why he's over there talking like a pirate in chat.
Are we doing? Billy knew exactly where I was going. He was going to start putting numbers in. Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. Good talking to you on the phone the other day, brother. Oh, that's Zach. Yeah, he just jumped in. All right, so let's do some giveaways. At least Billy threw up a fucking number. At least he was paying attention. All right, so this is what we're gonna do on the giveaway. Is the only people. I'm not even gonna do that. I'll switch that. All right, so what we're gonna do, Charlie, I want you to ask a question about something you mentioned in this live feed, and then you're gonna have to watch the comments, and the first person you see on your side of the comments with the right answer, they're gonna win.
Okay.
So first question, go for it.
What state am I originally from?
I know the answer to this one. All right, guys, what state is Charlie actually originally from? What state is it? And I'll put you on the list of winners for the show, and I will get you guys something out. So Lindsay cannot play this, so nope. she just don't even. I was waiting for her to say something. I'm gonna drive out there and slap some people. What state is Charlie originally from?
Ooh.
Who got it first?
James King.
James King. And if anybody didn't know the answer, which I'm sure you guys do, it is Michigan. All right, so James King. And all right, next question. Go for it.
I'll do an easy one. How long?
No, don't,
okay.
man. You make them work for it, man.
How long have I been doing PPF?
I know the answer to this one. All right, guys. How long has Charlie been doing PPF? How long has Charlie been doing PPF?
Not as long as I've been tinting, that's for sure.
That's right. It's not 8 years. 8 years is window tint.
Oh, T-Town got it.
T-Town's got it. It was 4 years. T-Towns.
27. Jake. Doing PPF when I was 6 years old.
I'm like, damn, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
6 years old with a squeegee and everything, going to town. All right, so 4 years with PPF, and his original hometown or home state is Michigan. So there you go.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
That's where you grew up, and that is where your brother is in Michigan. So there you go.
Yep.
Cool. Well, dude, hey, we're at the hour and almost 20-minute mark. Dude, I'm so glad you came on. I know I try to catch a lot of stuff that you do, and me and you've kind of played catch up, miss each other here and there, and I get it, man. We all got lives.
One day I'll catch you at a convention or something. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss your battles. I won't be able to make it.
I know.
But
But
I'll be able to.
Hey, the Window Film Conference, September, West Virginia. I think it's September. Yeah.
I'm there.
There you go.
As long as it's not October, because our wedding's in October. So
no, if I remember right, I think it's September and it's out in West Virginia. I believe it. I believe so.
I can make it happen.
Hell yeah. All right. So here's your chance. You can actually close out however you want. Tell me last thoughts, last anything, any shout outs.
Yeah. I mean, thanks for having me on here, man. Long overdue. Yeah. I'll gladly do it again sometime. I know Dominic was in here in the chat somewhere. He wanted me to shout out our car audio team, Dobra SPL crew, because he was begging me to shout him out. So there you go, Dominic. I hope you're happy.
There you go. There you go.
There he is.
All right. Well, Charlie, I appreciate you being on here. And the next time you go live, I'm going to try to catch it again, because it's funny. Like, I'll see you like, Charlie's Tint is live, and I'm like, oh shit. And by the time I see it, you're like, all right, I'm done. We'll see you guys. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Because I catch stuff so late sometimes, but I try.
I'll be live maybe next week. I'm not sure. I have a house and stuff I got to do Thursday, and
sweet,
doing some running around and a competition this weekend. So maybe next week I'll do some lives right before Christmas.
Hell yeah. Cool. Well, dude, thanks again, and I will be talking to you very soon.
Yes.
Now get the fuck off my show.
All right.
See you, Charlie. All right, guys, that is Charlie Tint. Charlie from high school. I absolutely love the guy. He's such a humble guy. He's very laid back, and he really loves what he does. He's such a great guy. Go give him a follow. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. Everything. Go check it out. His shop's really clean too. Very, very clean shop. Super nice. I love it. All right, so I'm going to turn the chat off real quick. Just real quick. Calm down. I'm going to throw up a promo real quick for Tint'er Battles. If you guys don't remember Tint'er Battles, 2023, January 5th through the 8th, Amelia Island, out in Florida. Amelia Island Omni Resort. Good Lord, I can't even spit it all out. So I'm going to run this real quick. Maybe. I don't know where it's at. Son of a bitch. Let's run this one. Here we go.
Question: what's better, two-staging or bottom loading? Heat gun or torch? Maybe it needs its own competition. Okay, add some energy. That helps. But what it really needs is simple rules. My fellow Americans. Not those kinds of rules.
So I can two-stage or bottom load?
Yes.
What about my torch?
That too, but why stop there? What if this competition was held in a world-class island resort? Plus, trainings and business masterclasses with the industry's top leaders today. Seriously, can you do that?
Yeah, it's Tint'er Battles, and it's in January to kick off 2023 to be your best year ever!
That is an experience, but it feels like it needs one more... Oh. You! Family-friendly Tinteractions, Tintertainment, Tint'er Battles 2023, where your ticket is your entry to the getaway of a lifetime. See you there.
Tint'er Battles 2023. That's right, guys. Florida, Amelia Island, Omni Resort, January 5th through the 8th. Tintertainment.com. Go check it out. You definitely do not want to miss this. Not only so many small little events happening in one big event, but tons of training opportunities, PPF, tint, business, all those things. We got trainers from all over, different brands, different companies. They're all going to be there, and they're all there just to help you guys. So please, if you guys can go, check it out. It'd be a great time. So there's that. Again, guys, these right here, they'll be up on the website hopefully within the next day or two, and they will be available. So there's that. Next week's show. Who's on next week? The oh so mighty Cody Becker is going to be on next week's show. I can't wait. This guy's a hoot. I'm gonna bring chat in real quick. I don't know if anybody's saying anything because I couldn't see it. So Cody Becker next week should be an interesting show, and then we're gonna top it off with the last show of the year. After that, and very, very special guest to round out 2022. You don't want to miss it. So, but I'm not going to say who. You'll just have to wait till the promo comes out for it because, why? I like to leave you guys in suspense, right? Here it is. All right. So you guys are still in here. Cool. That is it for Tint'er Tuesday tonight. I will see you guys next week. And Cody Becker is the guest. Thanks again, Charlie. Thank you, Tint Wiz. Thank you, Tint Entertainment. Thank you, everybody who has helped get this show going. And I got more stuff coming. I do. So that is it. I'll see you guys next week right here, live, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all that. Cody Becker. That is it. See you guys.